Hi, sir. My name is Shriya.
Who is this Riya? Where is she from?
I'm from Ongole, Andhra, and I'm studying in London.
You are studying in London?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I've been doing meditation since I was 10 years old.
Oh.
I would like to ask you the first question
Why you want to put a question?
to help others watching this video to understand meditation better and why it's important.
Proceed.
What is the importance of meditation for youth?
Meditation is important for every person, youth or oldie. A child, a youth, an oldie, or a person about to die. For every person, meditation is compulsory. So nothing special for youth. Benjamin Franklin said, if youth is a blunder, manhood will be a struggle and old age will be a regret. If youth is not a blunder, then manhood will not be a struggle and old age will never be a regret. And since you have put a question for the youth, without meditation, the youth will become blunder, full of blunder. But with meditation, the youth will become full of wonder. You want blunder or wonder?
Wonder.
Then you must have meditation with you. So this is what he said. If youth is a blunder, manhood will be a struggle and old age will be a regret. Okay. If the foundation is not strong, can you hold the superstructure?
Yes.
So all the youth must have a wonderful life right from the very beginning. For that, meditation is very important. As you yourself said, you started right from your age of 10. That's right. That's not even you, that is a child. When you were 10, you were a child. So meditation must get started right from the childhood state for every person. When did Prahlada start meditation? When he was a child. Right? When did Dhruva start meditation? When he was 8. When did Lord Krishna start meditation? When he was 4. Okay. When did Sri Rama start meditation? At the age of 10. When did Sri Hanuman start meditation? At the age of 2, when he was a baby. Not even youth, not even child, when he was a baby. So, got my point?
Yes, sir.
I came late in my youth. At the age of 29, I came into meditation. You are much greater than me. You came at the age of 10. Yes.
Thank you, sir. And myself, Satyashree, sir, and I'm from Rajahmundry. I'm studying English Literature second year. So I want to ask a question. You said youth should be, youth should have wonderful life. But youth are facing the problems like parents are not allowing to do the meditation or be a vegetarian. So what is your message to the parents, sir?
Leave the parents. Okay. You are not a child to hang on to the parents. Are you a youth or are you a child?
Youth, sir.
So you don't have to hang on to your parents. If you are a child, there is no other way. You are under the shadow of the parents. But once you become youth, you are not under the shadow of parents. Okay. You don't have to listen to them when your principles are at stake, right?
Yes, sir.
When your principles are at stake, you don't have to listen. Prahlada did not listen to his father. He was a child, not even a youth.
Yes.
Even at the age of child, he did not listen to his father. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Father wanted to kill the son also.
Yes.
But ultimately the father died. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So that is the lesson you have to take from Prahlada. If your parents are like Hiranyakashipa, you must be like Prahlada.
Wow, sir, yes.
But if your parents are like Buddha, you must follow the Buddha. How are your parents?
Ultimate, sir. They are like Buddha only.
Then where is the question for you?
Yeah, yes.
But generally, yes.
Yes.
Many youth, they face these problems
Yes.
because of the stupid parents. They have to drop those stupid parents like a hot potato. Right?
Yes, sir.
Next.
Hi sir, myself Dhanashree. I'm from Andhra Pradesh, Rajahmundry. I'm studying MBA final year. So my question is, sir, are you enlightened?
I think so.
Okay. Who will give the certificate that you are enlightened?
If you need somebody else's certificate, you are not enlightened at all.
Yes, yes, sir. Exactly. Yeah.
Who gave a certificate to Ramana Maharshi?
Yes.
Who gave a certificate to Gautam Buddha?
Yes.
One day he said, "Oh, I have attained Mahaparinirvana," Gautam Buddha. So nobody gives a certificate here. No university gives you a certificate. You give a certificate to yourself. If you are out of suffering, then you are enlightened. Somebody calls you a donkey, then if you are crying, "Oh, this Dhanasri called me donkey," then I am not enlightened.
Yes.
Yes, Dhanasri called me donkey. In her view, I am a donkey. In my view, I am a Buddha.
Yes.
If in my view I am a Buddha, it doesn't mean that in your view also I should be a Buddha. It's up to you. You will call me a donkey or a monkey. So what? I am not suffering.
Yes, sir.
If I am not suffering for any cause, I am enlightened.
Wow.
If you are also not suffering for any reason, you are also enlightened. But if you are suffering for any reason, A to Z, for A reason, or for B reason, for X reason, or for Y reason, for Z reason, if you are suffering, then you are not enlightened. That is the meaning of enlightenment. You are out of suffering. People will call you donkey, people will call you monkey, people will call you mad person.
Yes.
Okay. But you should laugh at. If you can laugh at all other people's follies, if you can also laugh at your own follies, you are enlightened.
Wow, sir. Yes.
And I can laugh at myself and I can laugh at you. I don't have any complaints against myself or against you. I am enlightened, Baba.
Wow, sir. It was ultimate answer.
I will put you a question. Are you enlightened?
Yes, I am. Because I am meditating. Because I am in a spiritual path. I am enlightened.
I'll call you a donkey.
Do I look like?
A beautiful donkey.
Oh, wow, sir. That's so sweet. So sweet, sir.
Hi sir, I am Himashri. I'm studying in UK. I'm also from Ongole. Sir, how do you gain enlightenment? How do you avoid suffering?
How do you gain enlightenment? You must be a candidate for truth. Gandhiji wrote a book called as My Experiments with Truth, which I read when I was 8 years old. That is the first book I have read. What is the title of the book? My Experiments with Truth. That is a great book by Mahatma Gandhiji. So, the way to get enlightenment is to be a candidate for search for truth. People have got search for money, search for name and fame, or search for alcohol. People go for alcohol. Every day and night they should have alcohol. Okay, isn't it? There are such people.
Yes sir.
And some people, they want only to play cricket and cricket and cricket and cricket. Okay. They are in search of cricket. They are not in search of truth. Isn't it? Many people only want money. Business and money, money, money. They are not for truth. They are for money. Okay? Nothing wrong with money. Nothing wrong with cricket. But if you are a candidate for truth, then you are enlightened. I want truth. If you can say, then that is the beginning of your enlightenment. You know, seed. Say a banyan tree seed. Now, how to get that banyan tree?
From the seed, sir.
You want a seed. Without the seed, there is no banyan tree. Okay. The seed is called a search for truth. The banyan tree is enlightenment. You must sow the seed of truth in your life. Then you will become a banyan tree. You will become enlightened. Without that seed, this tree won't be there. You must be a candidate for search for truth. Then you will have enlightenment. Yes?
Thank you, sir. I have one more question. What are the few things that you suggest all youth to follow? Be it vegetarianism, meditation, or any few things for youth, sir.
Be always open-minded. Never be closed-minded. If not A, you must have a B plan. If you have not B, there is never a C plan. You must be always open-minded. Open for knowledge. Knowledge can come from any side. When you are traveling in a bus, somebody who is sitting by your side, he may give you knowledge. or you have rented a cab, the driver may give you knowledge. You can't say, oh, driver, he cannot give me knowledge. Okay, he can be a Buddha, isn't it? So knowledge can come from any person, anytime, from any event. You must be open, receptive. Then you will get all that advice for you to follow the right. So open-mindedness is very important, number 1 point. Number 2 point, never be lazy. Never postpone things for tomorrow. You must learn to prepone things, not postpone things. If something has to be done tomorrow, better do it today. If something has to be done today, don't postpone it to tomorrow. Okay. One is open-mindedness. Second is never postpone things. You want to write a letter to somebody. Take a paper and write it. You want to call your dad or mom. Okay. Immediately take a call. Okay. Never waste a single moment. Do it now. This should be your mantra. Do it now. If I want to hit you, I will hit you now. If you want to cry, you must cry now. Don't postpone crying. So what is the first point I said? Open-minded. Help can come from any side. Knowledge can come from any side. Okay. From unexpected quarters. Number 2, never postpone things. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is what Kabir said in very beautifully. काल करे सो आज कर, आज करे सो अब, पल में प्रलय होगा बहुरी करोगे कब. It means whatever you want to do tomorrow, do it today. Whatever you want to do today, do it now, he said. This is Kabir's wisdom. That is the second point. And third point, remember that any moment you can leave the body. Death is next moment. Death can come at any time. So be ready for death. Advice for everybody. Be ready for departing from the body. If Yamadharmaraja comes, what's your name?
Himashri, sir.
Hey Himashri, come, I am taking you. You must be, hey, I'm ready. Don't say, no, I am not ready. My mom is there, I will tell my mom and come. I got my child to look after. Yamadharmaraja knows that you have got a child. Still he is asking, so you must be ready. You can't argue with Yamadharmaraja saying, my child is there. He knows that your child is there. He is not a fool. Is he a fool?
No, sir.
So then if he is not a fool and if he is Yamadharmaraja, he himself is coming and say, hey, come with me. You must be ready. Understand? Yes, sir. What is the first point?
Be open-minded.
Be open-minded always. Help can come from any side. Advice can come from any side. Guidance can come from any side. Number 2,
Don't postpone things.
never postpone things what you can do now.
Yes, sir.
Third thing, be ready for departure. Fourth thing, be ready for everybody else's departure. Your mom can die. Your father can die. Okay? Anybody can die. Be ready for your mom's death. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Hey, don't tell me. Speak the truth.
No, sir, not yet.
This is better. Yes. So these are the 4 points I would advise. What is the first point again? Repeat.
Be open-minded.
Okay.
Don't postpone,
Don't postpone things.
Get ready for departure.
Your departure.
Yes.
Get ready for others' departure.
Any more questions?
Yes, sir. Yes.
What is the importance of reading books, sir?
If you are a chemistry student, how many books of chemistry must read?
N number of numbers.
If you are a student of history,
How many ever you can.
same thing here, spirituality also, meditation also. There are so many books on meditation. If you are a candidate for meditation, you must read all those books. There are so many books on chemistry. If you are a student of chemistry, you must read all those books. You know, I have read so many books on meditation and spirituality. Because I am interested in spirituality. I am not interested in history. I don't read history books. I am interested in meditation, so I read meditation books.
Yes, sir. Now we had the discussion about death, right, sir? So, what is the life after death, sir?
Whatever is life before death is the same as life after death.
Wow.
If you are playing cards 24 hours,
Yes.
after you die also you will play cards.
Wow.
You will create some beings, human beings,
Yes.
after a world system, and you will play with cards with them. The same thing continues. Life after death is always a continuation of life before birth. If you are doing meditation, life before death, life after death is meditation. See, today is a continuation from yesterday. Yesterday night you have been reading a book.
Yes.
You are read on the 40th page.
Yes.
Today what do you do?
Continuous, sir.
From the 41st page.
Yes, sir.
If you are in the 23rd page,
From 24th page we'll start.
yeah. So today is a continuation from yesterday. So life after death is a continuation from the life before death.
Wow.
As below, so above. Below is life before death. Above is life after death. Continues.
Wow, sir.
Are you doing meditation?
Yes, sir.
Then you, after death also you will do meditation.
Wow, thank you, sir. Yes.
Are you in PSSM?
Yes, sir.
Then after death also you will be in PSSM. There is a big PSSM
Wow.
there. Whatever type of people you are meeting now, the same type of people will meet there. It's a continuation. Okay.
Yes.
Life after death is a continuation from life before death. Now you have it.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Wow. So my next question is, what is your favorite book, sir? Which book really inspires you all the time?
Right now I am reading a very, very great book called as Thinking and Destiny by Harold W. Percival. Right now I am engrossed in that book. It's a magnificent book. It took 40 years for that person to write that book.
Wow, sir.
40 years. After his own experience. After his own contact with the light of intelligence. So I am currently reading Thinking and Destiny, a big volume written by Harold W. Percival.
Okay, sir.
Right now I am in that.
Sir, can you explain a few things in that book?
One thing in that book is you don't have 5 senses, you have got 4 senses.
Okay, sir.
Sight,
Yes.
listening, taste,
Taste.
smell. Touch is not a sense.
Okay.
He said 4 senses, not 5 senses. Okay, that feeling, touch is a part of yourself. So there are many things like this.
Okay, sir.
Okay, your thought creates your destiny. As you think, so it becomes. So you must be very careful what you think.
Yes, sir.
So thinking creates destiny. Your own thinking creates your own destiny. My thinking cannot create your destiny. Your thinking will not create my destiny. My thinking creates my destiny, your thinking your destiny. I recommend everybody should read that book.
Sure, sir.
There are hundreds and thousands of great books. I can give a big list. You must read A Soul's Journey by Peter Richelieu. Okay. Autobiography of a Yogi by Yogananda Paramahansa. So many books are there.
Yes. So one more question, sir. Is there any difference between thinking and thoughts?
Thoughts come to you. In thinking, you create thoughts.
Yes.
You speak something,
Hi, sir.
so I am listening to your speech.
Okay.
But when I am speaking, I am speaking. So thoughts come from so many sources. Whoever is thinking, their thoughts are broadcast. You receive those thoughts. But you can create your own thoughts. That is called thinking. When you receive the voices from others through your ears, but when you are speaking from your mouth, you are speaking. Here you are listening. So thoughts come to you, but you can create thoughts through your thinking. That's a good question.
Thank you so much, Patriji. It was a beautiful session today. We understand many things from you. And yes, Patriji, we are in spirituality, and we all in spirituality, like we all really feeling that blissfulness through spiritual path. I think blissfulness will come only through spiritual path, and we four are experiencing it. Thank you so much for your session, and thank you for your time, Patriji.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time, and thank you so much for inspiring all the youth who are watching this and everyone else also. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Patriji. We have a very wonderful session here and still more to go. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your wisdom. This was a wonderful session. I hope everyone watching this also understands the importance of meditation.
Please do subscribe to PM's English channel for more updates and notifications. Thank you.